So a new Marist NPR NewsHour, PBS NewsHour poll just came out. And it's a big one. So there's been a couple polls where Trump is solidly up on Biden. But I think in the average, Trump is up like 1 or 2 points nationally on Biden. That is until this poll. So this one shows that when you include Kennedy in the race, Biden is up 7 points nationally on Trump. So you have 44 for Biden, 37 for Trump, 16 for Kennedy. And they give the independent numbers here as well. Trump gets 34% of independents. Biden gets 33. Kennedy gets 29. So this is our first indication that Kennedy being involved absolutely hurts Trump more than Biden. This is our first indication of that. Because in this same poll, they did a head-to-head. In the head-to-head, Biden is up 3 points on Trump. When you include Kennedy, he's up 7 points on Trump. Now, it's a little more complicated than this because, you got to include Cornel West too, assuming he's on the ballot in a bunch of these states, which, look, I'm skeptical in terms of both Cornel and Kennedy. I'm kind of skeptical that they'll be able to have their names on the ballot in anywhere near enough states, but I mean, let's keep it real. There's no hope of Cornel West or Robert F. Kennedy winning. I mean, the best example of a successful independent run was Ross Perot in the 90s. And I think he got like 18% of the vote or something like that, and he didn't get one electoral college vote. So really, effectively, he's just going to serve as a spoiler. And Bill Clinton has Ross Perot to thank for him winning his first race. And in this instance, if Kennedy stays in, he would probably help Biden. Now, it's possible he's doing it because he knows it would help Biden, because he's not a fan of Trump. It's also possible he's naive enough to think, no, I could maybe win this thing. And look, it's also possible that after Trump gets to work on RFK and Republicans now start turning on RFK, maybe those numbers flip. Maybe it's RFK takes 50% from Trump and 50% from Biden. Maybe he takes more votes from Biden than he does from Trump because, liberals just, that Kennedy name is something that's royalty to Democrats, so they just, without even knowing much about him, cast a ballot for him. I don't know. It's a little too hard to tell, but this is our first indication in a while that, the idea that, oh, there's no way Joe Biden can win. That is definitely not true. And there's already been other evidence of that. So, for example, the Democrats have outperformed the polls in almost all of the special elections that have happened recently. And they've done it by like 10 or 11 points. So there's that. You have the midterms where everybody and their mother was saying there's going to be a red wave. And I said, no, I'm agnostic on that. I don't know about that. And then guess what? There wasn't a red wave. Democrats did way better than many people expected. The fact that in every election post-2016, where Trump is the head of the Republican ticket, Republicans get hammered. They underperform. His hand-picked candidates did the worst. Doug Mastriano, Carrie Lake, and the ones who are not Trump-aligned, like Kemp in Georgia, they do the best. And so there's all this evidence that even though Biden is a weak candidate and he's 1,000 years old and he has all these political liabilities, Trump's 91 criminal charges, that's a huge political liability. Still denying an election at this late date, the 2020 election, that's a huge political liability. The Trump-like candidates are not liked. They're just not liked. And so I don't know, if you add Kennedy in this and Kennedy keeps to take more from Republicans, then by all means, thank you, RFK, for your service. But again, I don't know if is he naive and he thinks he could win? Is he doing it purposefully to help Biden because he doesn't want to see Trump win? Because people don't know this. He actually really doesn't like Trump. He was told, he said, he was asked if he'd be Trump's VP, and he was like, never. So he actually genuinely doesn't like Trump, which I know is surprising because on policy, in some ways, he sounds a lot like him. But anyway, this is the best news for Biden in a while in terms of the election. And who knows? Look, anything can happen between now and Election Day. Trump or Biden or both of them could die. Okay? These guys are not exactly in the prime of their careers. Let's be serious here. We literally have a war spiraling out of control in the Middle East right now. I mean, that could impact, that could impact the race. Who knows? It's way too early to even have these speculation contests, but the only reason I bring this up to you is because, number one, it's interesting, and number two, it counters the recent narrative, which is, oh, there's no way Biden can win. Well, according to this poll, he can win, and he can win by 7 points. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.